Hello and welcome to HackroTech. In this video, we'll be installing Kalilinux 2024 on VMware Workstation Pro. To do that, first we have to create a virtual machine. Now, select it as typical and click on next. And here you have to select I will install the operating system later and click on next. For the guest operating system, you have to select the Linux, and for the version, you have to select Debian. Kalilinux will not be there. You have to select the Debian, which is 64-bit. Select the Debian with latest version with 64-bit and click on next. Here you have to name your virtual machine. You'll be installing Kalilinux 2024 version, and you can also change the location of the file. Here we will change the location. We'll make a new folder, Kalilinux 2024. Here we'll select OK and now click on next. Here you can give a minimum of 20 GB. For now we'll be giving it as 40 GB and click on this store virtual disk as a single file. Click on this and next. Everything is set. You have to click on customize hardware. In my case I have 16 GB of RAM, so I can select 4 GB, which is enough for Kalilinux. And for the processors, we will be selecting 2 processors and 2 cores. Click on close and click on finished. Now here you have to click on this edit virtual machine settings and go to CD DVD. Here you have to use ISO image file. Now you have to select the file which we'll be installing right now. To install the Kalilinux latest ISO file, simply go to the Kalilinux website. Click on the first link. Here you have to select installer images. Scroll down. See, we have the Kalilinux 2024.1, which is 64-bit installer. Then we click on the download button and we'll simply download the file. Let's wait for the download. I will skip the video. So now the file has been downloaded. We'll open the folder where the file is downloaded. Here we'll copy the path and we'll go back to our VMware Workstation. Here we have to click on this browse. Now we'll select the Kalilinux 2024 with this one and click on open. Now everything is done. Click on OK. Now you have to power on the virtual machine. Click on this power on virtual machine. Within this box you have to click here. Now use your keyboard and select the graphical install. Click on enter. Now you have to wait here for a few seconds. Now you have to select a language. We'll select the language as English and click on continue. I will select our country, which is India, and click on continue. Then this keyboard has American English and continue. Here you have to wait for a few seconds to load the components for the installation of this Kalilinux. Now you have to select your host name. Here we will be typing as HackroTech. This will be your username. We'll selecting this as a HackroTech and click on continue. Domain name will not select anything. Click on continue. You have to give your full name, HackroTech. Click on continue. This will be the username for your account. You click on continue. Now here you have to enter a new password for the login. We will enter the password and click on continue. Here you have to select disk added, use the entire disk. Here we will be using the entire disk, which is of 40 GB, and click on continue. Here it's automatically selected, so we'll continue this on. Now here we will be saving all the files in one partition. This will be the best for the location, and we'll continue this. Here you have to select the finish partitioning and click on continue. Now you have to confirm the partition disk. Here you have to select yes and click on continue. And one more thing, if you want to get out of the virtual machine, in the keyboard you have to press Ctrl plus Alt. See, now you are out of the virtual machine. Again, if you want to go inside the virtual machine, you have to simply place the arrow inside the virtual machine and click the mouse button. Now you are inside the virtual machine. Now we'll wait for the Kalilinux to install. Here it is asking to install additional software. Here we'll be installing the genome also. We'll also install the top 10 most popular tools. If you don't want, you can simply uncheck it. We'll be installing this one and click on continue. Here for this, we'll be selecting the GBM3 and continuing this. Here to install Jira bootloader, select yes and click on continue. Here we select the device to install bootloader and click on continue. Here you have to reboot. To reboot, click on continue. Now let's wait for the system to reboot. Now the Kalilinux has been successfully installed. Now you have to select your username, HackroTech, and enter the password. For this, we enter the password and enter. Now it's loading. See, now it's successfully installed the Kalilinux 2024.1. You can see the interface. You can see all the apps over here. To go in the desktop, you have to click here. You'll be in the desktop. To see multiple desktops, you can see this is your desktop 2 and this is your desktop 1, and you can see all the applications over here. And for home directory, documents, all will be here for home. See the location, and here is your terminal. Click on the terminal. You get into the root directory. Sudo yes, this is the root directory, and enter the password. This will be the password for your username. Now we have been successfully installed the Kalilinux. And to get in the full screen, you have to click here, enter full screen mode. Now it is in the full screen mode. And simply shut down the virtual machine.
Subscribe to HackroTech and press the bell icon for notification.
And don't forget to watch the latest videos on HackroTech.